3, 2, 1, go!
Aku mau ikut Yesus, aku mau taat dan setia. Dalam setia dan duka, ku tetap percaya. Berjuang dalam iman, tak akan ku menyerah sampai dari akhir. Ku mau tetap setia, ku berlari kepada Yesus. Dialah sumber kekuatanku, Dia penolong yang setia. Yesus menjalani masa depanku. Aku mau ikut Yesus, aku mau taat dan setia. Dalam setia dan duka, ku tetap percaya. Berjuang dalam iman, tak akan ku menyerah sampai dari akhir. Ku mau tetap setia, ku berlari kepada Yesus. Dialah sumber kekuatanku, Dia penolong yang setia. Yesus menjalani masa depanku. Ku berlari kepada Yesus, Dialah sumber kekuatanku, Dia penolong yang setia. Yesus menjalani masa depanku. Berjuang dalam iman, tak akan ku menyerah sampai garis akhir. Ku tetap setia, Yesus menjalani masa depanku. Ku berlari kepada Yesus, Dialah sumber kekuatanku, Dia penolong yang setia. Yesus menjalani masa depanku.
Halo teman-teman, kita jumpa lagi. Hari ini kita akan belajar mengenai bensin. Sepeda motor tentunya membutuhkan bensin agar bisa berjalan. Kalau nggak ada bensin, motor nggak akan jalan teman-teman. Dia akan diam saja. Sama seperti hidup kita. Dalam hidup kita, kuasa Tuhan itu seperti bensin. Tuhan yang telah memberi kekuatan supaya kita bisa terus maju. Hari ini kita akan belajar dari Daniel, seorang pria hebat di dalam Alkitab yang tetap kuat karena Tuhan selalu bersama-sama dengan dia. Penasaran ceritanya? Yuk kita akan simak bersama-sama.
God's story, Daniel and the Lion's Den. So part of God's story is about a man named Daniel, and it goes like this. Daniel was an Israelite who went to live in a place called Babylon. Israelites are a part of God's special family, and because they were in Babylon, they were expected to worship the gods of Babylon instead of the one true God. Even though Daniel was far away from home, God protected him, and he became a well-known man in Babylon. He was one of King Darius's most trusted rulers. King Darius appointed 120 rulers to watch over his kingdom, and Daniel was the best. So King Darius put him in charge of the whole kingdom. When the other rulers heard about King Darius's plan, they were jealous of Daniel and looked for ways to get him in trouble. But no matter how hard they tried, they couldn't find Daniel doing anything wrong. The jealous leaders knew Daniel would only worship God, so they decided to use that against him. So, they went to King Darius and asked him to sign a law saying everyone should pray only to the king for the next 30 days. And anyone who disobeyed this law would be thrown into a den of lions. Kids, could you imagine spending the night with a bunch of lions? King Darius signed the law, but Daniel kept doing what he had always done. Like any other day, he went home, kneeled by his open window, and prayed to God. When the jealous rulers went to Daniel's room and saw him praying and asking for God's help, they went straight to King Darius to share what Daniel had done. Although King Darius wanted Daniel to stay safe, the king had no choice but to send him to the lion's den. And before Daniel was thrown to the hungry lions, King Darius said to him, "You always serve your God faithfully, so may he save you." Because the king was afraid for Daniel, he didn't eat or sleep that night. Then early the next morning, King Darius rushed to the lion's pit to check on him. As he neared the pit, the king shouted, "Daniel, you serve the living God. You always serve him faithfully. Was he able to save you from the lions?" Maybe King Darius didn't expect an answer, but he received one. Daniel replied, "My God sent his angel, and his angel shut the mouths of the lions. They haven't hurt me at all, because I haven't done anything wrong in God's sight. I've never done anything wrong to you either, Your Majesty." The king ordered the guards to lift Daniel from the pit. He was so happy Daniel was alive, he ordered all the people to respect the God of Israel. And those other rulers who got Daniel in trouble in the first place, King Darius ordered them to be sent to the lion's den. King Darius knew God protected Daniel because Daniel obeyed God, even when it seemed dangerous. And that's the story of Daniel.
Wah, seru kan ceritanya Daniel? Teman-teman, kita nggak bisa hidup dengan baik dan menyenangkan Tuhan dengan kekuatan yang kita punya. Tapi Tuhan bilang, "Aku yang hidup di dalam kamu." Wah, keren kan? Tuhan mau bantu kita. Waktu kita lelah, waktu kita susah, waktu kita sedih, Tuhanlah sumber kekuatan kita. Nah, hari ini kita semuanya teman-teman mesti mau memiliki bensin atau kekuatan di dalam Yesus Kristus. Karena sumber kekuatan kita semuanya berasal dari Yesus. Caranya gimana? Sama seperti Daniel. Kita mesti rajin berdoa, membaca Alkitab, memuji Tuhan. Kita datang ke gereja, ikut sekolah minggu, dan kita juga taat melakukan firman Tuhan. Yuk sama-sama kita semangat dan memenangkan perlombaan ini. Nyalakan mesinmu. Tuhan Yesus berkati.